Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. It's episode 5, if you can believe it. We're already what potentially could be 20% of the way through the adventure's final season. I mean, it's wild. It's crazy to think that, but we're here. We've got Tim, Andrew, Michelle, and Stefano back. Tim is here. Just he's hanging out in the sides.
He's invisible.
Yeah. No need to put a picture up of him right now. He'll be here very, very soon. We could just see his ceiling. I think that just means things are looking up for Laurent. Oh, there he is. Look at that. What's up, Tim? How's it going? Just real quick, everybody. So just a quick update on a few things. So Strahd is Tuesdays, going super strong. Next week, in 2 days, we have against the Giants, also going super strong. They're on episode 5 as well. And we have 1, 2, 3 more weeks of regular gaming. Hopefully uninterrupted, knock on wood. Obviously, the live nature of everything gets a little difficult sometimes with scheduling. But for the next 3 weeks, we are booked. And then there'll be a little break for a spring break. That's my spring break. And we'll keep you updated on everything going on here on the channel schedule-wise. Just check out Discord, okay? And speaking of Discord, actually, Andrew, you put a post in this week about another Rufus journal entry. Is that correct?
I did, yeah. That's correct.
We are going to touch on that in a second. You're going to get the inspiration point for it.
Yeah.
But if you want to check out everything, the channel, Discord's the way to get all the information. You can also check all the other social media links and things like that in the description. They're all good, and there's cool stuff I post on there. But, updates, channels, games, schedules, things like that. Discord is where you want to be. Join the community, see the posts, interact with us. It's a cool place to be. My icebreaker question for today is, if you could see 10 minutes into the future or 100 years into the future, which would you choose and why? And this is we'll say it's I don't know, maybe not necessarily a one-time ability, but like a cool ability that you can do at any time. What would you pick?
All right, I'll go. Knee-jerk reaction is I would want to look 10 minutes into the future because 100 years won't affect me in my lifetime.
See, there's where you're wrong. First wrong. Oh, look at you zooming in on yourself. Oh, is it the auto zoom?
It's actually natural. It's pretty cool. Sometimes I lean back in the chair like this, and it just zooms in. There we
go. See, now if you saw 100 years into the future, think about what they would be doing with their zooms in the future. 100 years, 10 minutes, not that big of a deal.
Actually, that's a good point.
You could be the next inventor.
Yeah, I could create something that exists from 100 years in the future. It's the only problem now. I'm leaning forward, and now I gotta zoom back.
What about you, Tim? 10 minutes or 100 years?
I've got a lot of thoughts on this one, and I've been thinking about this for a long time, more than 10 minutes. I had the future advanced notes on this one. I'm going to stick with 10 minutes also. I think that my whole thing is history, and so looking 100 years into the future, like, time gets so flimmy-flammy. If you ever read, like, The Sound of Thunder, or, like, anything about time travel, it's all bad. So knowing the future, that sounds equally bad. Let's just stick with, like, what am I having for dinner?
But 10 minutes, you probably know at that point what's coming for dinner now.
Bob, you would be amazed at how chaotic my life is. It's like, to even know 5 minutes in the future would be like a huge boon to me.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm doing almost in the next like 3 minutes, especially like if you've seen me play D&D. I don't know what's happening, much less you know what's happening. So
that's true.
I could bet on horse racing. All I need is 10 minutes.
That's it.
Interesting. Michelle, what about you? 10 minutes, 100 years.
I feel like I would go with the 100 years. Also because I think it would be interesting to see, because like either it would always be changing based on what people are doing in the present moment, right? The future timeline changes, or I see that the future does not change regardless of what we do in the present, like, and it becomes like a whole like free will versus determinism kind of thought experiment. So I think it would be very interesting. And then also like I want to know, I'm so curious, like as a person who comes from like a natural sciences background, like I want to know like climate change. We've been talking about it for a hot minute. Like where do we end up with that? And then like
Yeah.
overpopulation and like pollution and like the resources dwindling, and like I want to know
We may
what
not get good
happens.
You want to
results.
know?
You
You
might
want to
not
know
wanna know
how
once you know.
how bad it gets.
Yeah.
Well, like I want to know if we find a
possible.
solution. You know, people are like, "Hey, nuclear energy could be a solution," but also it's like really high risk, really high reward. So, like, you
Mm.
know, do we end up going with that? And like, I yes, I'm so
Mm.
curious, and I feel like the answers will not come within my lifetime. So, if I could see
Yeah.
100 years into the
Well,
future,
that's a good reason.
yes. Thank you.
What about you, Andrew?
Well, my answer would be 10 minutes in the future, because then at 9:29 every day, I can look on what's going to happen in the Nasdaq in the next 10 minutes and then buy stock and make a whole bunch of money.
So yeah, I think
Like,
I'd be tempted similarly to like use it for personal gain very easily, and that was why I wouldn't want it.
right,
I'd want to just maybe see the future and get an idea of where it's going. Maybe I could in a very in like somebody paddling a large ship try to angle the ship just slightly better. You know, like that's what I would the way I would look at it. I'm not trying to like, you know, win lottery or, you know, Super Bowl. I just want to like know generally the course so I can maybe make it a better place. That would be my thought. I feel like it'd be too tempting. I'd want to look ahead every 10 minutes. I want to see what's going next. It'd be very helpful for Warhammer, though, Andrew. You could see if your gamble paid off or if
well,
you
of
should roll things out or not.
course, the decision is dependent on whether you can change the future or not.
That is true. And none
you
of that
can't-
was in the
If you
question.
can't change it, I'd go 100 years like Michelle just to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Wow. It's got deep real quick. You know, it's going to get deep real quick. Tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd also going to be a good time. Hopefully, we just need 10 minutes into the future and we can see how this game is going. Otherwise, it might be a long night. There's some dangers up ahead. Let's jump in. You want to play some D&D?
No.
Okay, great. Excellent. Here we go. Last time we played, and before we go into, I won't go into grayscale just yet for all of you. Still give us some color, some life, while I go through a quick recap of last episode. Because actually a lot happened. When I was writing, I'm getting used to writing a recap now. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I've been writing recaps for this season and for Keep on the Border, against the Giants. I just feel like it helps me just kind of focus my DM prep. I've been trying to be better at like keeping track of things and notes, and I have crazy. I've kind of over the years switched around the way I keep notes. I used to keep notes only by hand, right? Like I just had like literally a notebook. That's how I used to keep track of games in the past. In the channel, I decided to try to switch to like a Google Docs and use them, and you know, but then it ended up becoming very messy. And so now I've gotten better at like organizing my digital documents, and it's good to do it. I want digital, but I feel like my thoughts get scattered. And now I've got a nice little system. I've got recaps. I've got a little organization to this. I've got almost a template that I fill out basically every time I run to this now. So I like it, and I'm going to read this recap because a lot happened, like more than I thought when I closed the session out last time. So here we go. After another brutal murder shook Kresk, the party split to deal with its fallout. Now, Canas went directly to Yune for answers, trying to see if Yune had gained any information from Anna, who Yune was watching, while Rufus and Laurent cleared the body of the young woman from the street, a victim who bore a chilling resemblance to that of Irina. When Canas reached the burgomaster's home, he spotted a hunched figure fleeing into the dark, dragging the freshly exhumed remains of Ilya, their child. After a brief chase, the grave robber revealed himself as Otto Bellevue. He confessed he'd been stealing the body parts at the abbot's command and meant no harm. Meanwhile, Rufus and Laurent determined to see who the latest victim was. Laurent conducted another speak with dead ritual, while Rufus ended up finding Milosh, who admitted that he had seen Anna Kreskov commit the first murder. After these two events, the path forward became clear. You had to find Anna herself. The party regrouped just as the gates of the town were thrown open. There, at the threshold of the town, you found Anna, and she had Irina in tow. Irina was bound and held at knife point. Desperate and unhinged, Anna revealed the truth. The pool had been speaking to her, and that Strahd himself had promised that if she delivered Irina to him, that her son would be restored to his life. Dione, Canas, and Zulika were on the hunt, trying to help liberate Dione of her the beast within. She caught the scent of their allies and descended on Anna, just like wolves would do on their prey. The clash was swift and violent, and Anna fell, and Dione rose triumphant. Facing the fury of her transformation, she did not succumb to the beast this time. She mastered the lycanthropy within, proving that you are stronger than this curse. The party is now reunited, though Camilla remains missing. The wolves have withdrawn into the forest. Not long after, Davian Mardukov emerged from the shadows to collect on his bargain for aiding in von Richten's rescue. So, we stand here at the edge of the town, and we're going to go into grayscale. Oh, feels home, right? Feels like being home right now, doesn't it?
I'm happy. I'm so glad.
Yeah, me too. And, I think we need some music to set this mood here as well. Last week, we had some hard time with the music, so everybody, let me know if you can hear it. I hope you can. I did hear it in the playthrough better, but maybe something's wrong with the lives. I'm not sure. But I'm going to put it on relatively soft. I just don't want a chance that we put it too high and then the playback, it sounds real weird.
Also, joke's on you, Bob. I'm wearing a black and white flannel.
Oh, you are actually. I see it on the Zoom. Nice. You fooled me. All right, there is music. I hear it. Don't know that the viewers hear it, but I hear it. The group stands, maybe not stands, sits, rests on the side of the road. There's no use of making a fire at this time. It'll just draw attention to you. Feel like at this point, less attention is better. It's been a quick rest, stopping to just catch your breath, drink water, maybe eat some rations. You've been looking for Camilla, actually. Dione's been trying to get the scent, but you haven't found her. For the most part of the journey, the beacon was still visible, but now, as you're deeper into the forest, heading towards the Wizard of the Winery, what's the name of this place? The Wizard of the Wines? Yeah. I tell you here, sometimes you can't remember anything. The Wizard of the Wines, which is the winery that you have been to before. You're headed there with Davian, of course. The full moon is now gone as morning is beginning to approach. The beacon is no longer visible here in the woods because it's blocking the view, but it was a welcome sight as you left Kresk. Canas, Yune had a little adventure. We'll talk about that in a second. But as you're sitting here, you can discuss the events of last night. You fill Dione in. If you choose to fill in Davian in anything, let me know. That'd be fine. And here's where we're going to start by rolling our hit dice, because we have leveled up. So I'm going to switch over to our Roll20 view. You can think about the questions or things you might want to say while we roll some dice. Who wants to go first?
Nobody.
Not me.
I'll go first. I don't mind doing it.
All right, we'll go in cast order here. So Laurent, Dione, Rufus, Canas.
Just a classic D6.
Classic
Three.
D6.
3.
Don't you
I
get a
would-
D8? Aren't you a bard?
I am a bard. Is it a D8 for bard?
It is.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll ignore that.
been a
D6.
while.
It's
been a while.
been a minute.
Oh
Hey.
my
Oh,
god.
That
Better.
turned around quickly.
Way better. Thank you, Bob. D8. For an 8. Perfect.
Perfect. And add your con, and what's your total now?
My con is +2, so it's up to 10. So if I think 49. Does that sound
Great.
right? I need to double check me on that, but 49 is what I have on my character sheet on D&D Beyond. So
39 to
sounds-
49.
Low.
Seems low, but it's possible it could be that. Double check, make sure that you've actually rolled all the times, but
yeah,
go ahead.
Just
look back
because
into it.
I've rolled really bad, and I'm at 40 right now.
Yeah, it's
you're
possible.
right. That does feel low, but
Maybe you didn't roll for your 7th level. That was before the new season, so
Who knows?
yeah,
We'll come back.
I'll catch up.
we'll come back
Yeah.
to you. Dione,
Yes.
also a
All right,
D8.
Indeed. One of these. I was almost. But I've rolled. Did it send? No? Yes.
I do see 2 rolls, but they're from Laurent.
Oh.
I think you said beyond 20 is not maybe attached, so maybe call out your number.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
A 5. That's solid roll. Solid roll. With your con bonus, what does that bring you to?
With my con bonus, a 6.
6. So total hit points now?
That brings me to 49.
49. Same as Tim.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Perhaps.
Excellent. All right. Now we go to Rufus. Rufus, what you got?
Here we go. An exciting 5.
A 5 out of a D10, correct?
Yeah, so 5 plus 2 is 7.
And your total hit points now?
67.
67. Very nice. Very nice. Canas?
Okay. I guess that was a 7. I don't know why I didn't roll the dice on there. That's my best roll ever.
Ah, I see, because it added the con bonus.
It did.
Yeah, perfect. So 9 hit points, additional hit points. What do you got now?
I'm at 49, which might be the exact same amount as Laurent, or
And
it might
Dione.
not be. And really, why is everyone's hit points so low?
I went back and double checked. I think I'm actually at 64 total now.
That makes
Okay.
more sense.
Yeah, because the maximum possible is 80. The average is 50. So I'm like slightly above average, which sounds more accurate for my previous rolls.
This probably because you were looking at your, if you had some injuries or you were low hit points, you probably looked at your current and not max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hadn't updated.
Yeah, you can get a long rest. You'll get a long rest soon if you haven't done so. Okay, great. Excellent. So now our hit points are better. We've got Laurent and Rufus clearly ahead in the hit point race. Canas and Dione tied for 3rd place. Not bad. All right. Excellent. So now you sit here on the side of the road, catching your breath. Morning is approaching, and I'll let you speak to Davian. Go ahead.
Davian, I was wondering when you would come to collect. I suppose we do owe you.
Well, you owe me all right. I helped out getting that old, what'd you say his name was? Rictavio?
Indeed.
Yeah. Now, what I'm worried about, really worried about, is how quiet the Druids have been. When they sent that first Twig Blight army to our winery, I thought that the horde would be never-ending. Yet, once you cleared them out, they haven't come back.
Well, did they not steal the crystals, or was it crystals that they stole? I forget,
Yes.
Davian.
Yes,
They already have the
stones.
crystals. Why would they come back?
Well, I'm not quite sure exactly that was all they're after, because they had it at that point as well. They wanted to occupy the place. Not sure why, but, well, don't really care why, as long as they don't come back.
But we need to get the crystals back for you. That was
Exactly.
You helped us, we will help you.
Exactly. I don't know how many more of them there are or what other creatures they've got working for them, but all I know is that I got my family at the winery, and I don't want to risk their lives any more than they need to. They're not fighters. Look at me, I'm an old man. I barely got out of that castle alive.
Where have you been the past week or so?
I stayed at the Blue Water Inn for a bit. traveled back across the land and went back to the winery, made sure everything was okay. Noticed a couple of strange things, though, at the winery. We cleared out all the dead twig bodies and whatnot, but, you know, it seems like the vineyard is drying up even faster than before. Like maybe the druids, when they occupied it, they were keeping the nature aspect alive. I don't know. But we're just a few short weeks away from having no vineyard at all. Even with the gems, I'm not quite sure how long we can hold out. Might be starting over from scratch.
So we must urgently obtain your gems.
Exactly.
Can you
He's
tell
the
us
smart one, isn't he? He's the smart one, he points to Rufus.
Don't encourage him.
What have you been
want
up
to
to?
see? Well, take a look at this. I call it the Gwain blade. Observe. It has no blade. Why do I call it the Gwain blade? Beam of pure light from the Gwain Lord himself.
Do you hold it the way Luke and Obi-Wan hold it in episode 4, or do you hold it like a one-handed fighter? I have to know for my own mental image.
Like this.
Just the one-handed. Classic.
One-handed. Very dangerous, yeah.
Gotta hold my shield with the other hand.
Of course.
Make sure
Oh,
to
right.
not drop it straight down.
Yeah. Be careful, just like in general, you wave it around, you never know what you're going to hit. I mean, it's terrifying. When you light the blade this time, okay, when you first lit it, you felt like a righteous fury as you swung down onto Anna. I think you attacked her. You felt like that overwhelming emotion that you were doing like justice.
Mhm.
Now you turn it on, and I mean, you care for Irina, but you feel even more of a protective emotion. Like you want to make sure that she is always safe. And she's just sitting there, maybe like tying up her bootstraps or something like that. But you when you turned on the sword, when you actually had the flame come up, that overwhelming protectiveness came over you for a brief second.
Yes, well, Canas and Laurent, why didn't you say what else happened in the town? I'm gonna go and sit by Irina a little bit.
And then he'll walk away, and you'll hear like in the background, "Oh, hi, Rufus," and they start chatting.
Well, you see, Davian, when we were in town, and the Law and Order music plays in the background while I'm telling you this, there were a series of murders.
Bum 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 bum.
This episode produced by Dick Wolf. Several people died in town, and it was our job to figure out why they were dying.
Well, those shut-ins could use some alcohol, am I right?
Well, I mean, I think we all could, but that was not the that was the issue at play. Believe it or not, it was Strahd again. I know that's difficult for you to imagine living here in Barovia, but it was in fact against Strahd.
I don't doubt it. You actually done a very dangerous thing. And he looks at the sword when it came up. Like you probably saw his emotions here. He kind of looked like he squinted at it. Like he looked a little bit hesitant to like praise Rufus for it. Give me an insight check.
Who, me?
Anyone or
No,
Rufus?
him.
Oh, sure. 7.
Yeah, I mean, you see what I told you. He basically has this like sort of maybe hesitation about it.
A little bit coy.
About the sword. Yeah. And he says, just be careful with that thing.
It
Go ahead, sorry.
we are unfortunately no longer welcome in the village of Kresk because it seems that the murderer was the Burgomeister's wife.
You don't say, he says. Never took her for a murderer.
Me neither, but Strahd's influence is very vast in this place.
Very true.
And the death
Very
of her
true.
children.
Yeah.
That certainly didn't help. I'm sure that's why she was tempted. Because
Now-
of the thought of perhaps getting her children back.
Yeah. Now, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, all things are going to be good. I mean, that lady, something overcame her, and it wasn't natural. Lots of stuff you're going to see here, especially where we're going, is very unnatural, despite the fact that these druids seem to be in touch with some sort of natural side. I don't know how long ago that went out of them, but they're into some dark, evil magic. They live over down on Yester Hill. It's a place, the south, right up against the Veil of Mist. Something about that mist messes with their heads. I'm sure you've been near it before. Doesn't feel good when you're near it. The mist is basically Strahd's grip over this land.
Are you suggesting these druids have been influenced by Strahd?
Oh, certainly. I thought that
Rufus.
he's not the smart one, right?
Rufus, I've got great news. We've got a whole stack of people for you to try and do blade on.
Rufus is,
Excellent.
he's busy with Irina.
Clearly
Yeah.
engaged.
Well, if there's anything that can cut through the mist, it's that sun sword.
Yeah. Anyway, he looks like he wants to say something but decides not to. You there, Dione.
Dione's
You
like
seem-
scratching her ear.
Seem different. That totem work? I heard my son, Erwin, gave you a moonstone.
Yes. The totem. It was helpful, but in the end, it turns out I had to find the strength to do it myself. I could not rely on a little trinket to do it for me.
Whoa, wait a second. You're telling me that you're not bound by magic right now? This is just your own free will?
Yes.
You're lucky I'm not going to be with you for another new moon. And he says to all of you, come the next moon, I wouldn't be anywhere near her.
I
Why not?
trust Dione.
Suit yourself.
We all do.
Be your own funeral.
If
I
Dione thinks that she has control over it, then I believe that she does.
yes.
He rolls his eyes. Okay. Well, like I said, be careful with a lot of things. Now, we're going to do a couple of things that are out of character here. Yune comes to you and says, Yune was not with you, by the way. And Yune was invisible, of course. People probably
Yes.
don't even know that she's gone. But she went on a secret mission for you. And she flies down towards the group, makes herself visible.
Canas. Oh, I'm back. I was so scared.
Did you find it, Yune?
I did. I found the stuff. Here it is.
And she'll take out like a burlap sack, maybe the one that Otto ditched with the body parts. And it's filled with all the items that you had been gathering over the last week. Do you want to take a peek inside, or
Yes.
what do we see inside there? And it's just you right now. The camera would be just like your point of view. Nobody else needs to see this unless you choose to.
Okay. Yeah. So, there are two pieces that are pretty important.
Mhm.
One is a wooden staff that has kind of a glossy, like darkish finish on it.
Wooden?
It is wooden, yes.
Mhm.
And in the middle, there's kind of like an iron grip.
Mhm.
And there's going to be, it's almost like an opening at the top.
Little prongs or something?
Yeah. And it looks like there's another piece in the bag that is an orb, a
Mm.
black opaque orb. that looks like it would fit there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some other, magical components in there that
Mm-hmm.
are needed to instill the wood or the orb with magic.
Gotcha. Yeah, and being a carpenter, this is kind of like your craftsmanship, your style of wood making. Yeah.
Yes. So I used wood from the village to carve this during my time in Kresk.
Nice. You also did a few other things. You spent one of the weeks researching the Tome of Strahd, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Rufus attuned to the Sun Sword. It took the entirety of the time to pray and meditate, and then in that moment, it came to him.
When
Dione, you tamed your lycanthropy. Sorry, Rufus, go ahead.
When I needed it, it came to me.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And because you had attuned to it. And then Laurent, you, I don't know, what was I forget what you had said for your downtime. I don't hear you.
I had planned on going to speak to the woman who had the baby before she had the baby, but we can say that I was with the woman and her baby, taking care of its. This soulless baby speaks to me.
Oh, right. Yeah. The soulless baby, yeah. So maybe you did spend a little bit of time there. And what we'll do is maybe at some point, if it comes back, we can have a roleplay scene where you maybe detail some of the activities you did together, got to know her. Maybe that connection can come in handy at some point down the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And Canas, give me a either investigation or insight check as you dive through the Tome of Strahd. And just call out your number.
7.
A 7. Yeah, unfortunately, the 7 is not enough to gain any new information. You reread through the text. You see some of the important quotes or writings that Strahd had put in there, and nothing sticks out to you. Again, just to recap, some of the things that you have gained already from this is that a passage stated, "Her laughter rings in my dreams, sweet, fleeting, and haunting as the dawn. I feel her presence but cannot reach her. It's as if her spirit mocks me still, untouched by the dark." That quote has stuck out to you and maybe would imply that the beloved Tatiana, who's mentioned throughout the book, has some sort of a charm or some sort of an enchantment over him, some sort of control over him. And then another one that you've had was "A ruler without an heir, a master bound to a cursed land. My blood ties me to nothing save those I have cursed to serve." And this again, you're not quite sure exactly how it plays into it, but something along the lines of, that he has been cursed to this land, and that maybe that's something you can use to gain advantage on him in some sort of scenario, that he also feels cursed. And the last information you glean from this book is, "In Barovia, people once prayed to powers unseen, but I am no god to be worshipped, and their faith is a hollow mockery." Again, that religion and him being honored or, prayed to as if he worshipped as if he were a deity, it means not a lot to him. So religion does not mean a lot to him, and that may come into play at some point. These quotes have stuck out to you. I think one, they go, different people found them, but there's 3 separate ones here that you found so far. All right. Anything else you want to talk about as a group or discuss with Davian Mardukov before you head to the winery?
Well, I wanted to cast my spell.
Oh, yeah. So maybe you're talking with Irina. How does this come up as you're sitting there? She's like getting prepared to start hiking again.
I'm saying, I'm telling tales of the Gwaindire. In the Gwaindire, the horses, we have most magnificent horses. I was a truly excellent horseman. In the competitions, the jousts, I would always come out on top. I would always top my brother. And then I stop and I think the Gwaindire is talking to me. I think even in this place, my steed may come and help me. You must excuse me. And I stand up and I walk a little bit into the dark.
Irene is
me-
calling as you walk away. Rufus,
You hear me
are you
kind of-
okay?
Yes. You hear me kind of waving and muttering. And 10 minutes later,
let's hand wave the 10 minutes. Let's say in this
Right.
moment.
I can't mutter for 10 minutes.
Oh my god, he's lost his mind.
Can I describe the horse that appears?
So here's what I'd like you to do. Irina comes up to you, and as you're muttering words and feeling the power of the Gwain Lord come to you, she says, "What was it? Your equine friend. What was it? Describe it to me, Rufus." And this is like part of the ritual. Go ahead.
His name was Paragon, and he was a true paragon of a warhorse. He was strawberry roan, with a white stripe, white stockings.
I can
He was
see him
so
now.
beautiful, a chestnut mane, so luxurious. The very gods wept jealous tears that they could never run a mortal hand through and experience its exquisite softness.
He sounds beautiful, Rufus. I can see him now.
So loyal, so brave.
You can summon this beautiful steed?
Yes, watch.
And you summon him. You feel almost like the penetration of the mists. You feel it. You can sense that this creature is being called from another place. Kind of like in the way that Yune gets called here. Similar, but slightly different. In that this feels almost like you are able to break the rules of Barovia that you have seen at this point. You see, starting with the hooves, they start to appear on the ground before you. Irina's eyes go wide. She looks at you. It's happening.
Isn't it
And
amazing?
then you see the legs. Except something seems odd. The white stockings are not there. All that you see are the bones that connect to the hooves. No skin, no fur, no strawberry and chestnut. The entire horse appears for you. The colors of the Gwaindire on its barding,
Blue and yellow.
blue and yellow. But it
Blue of the
is
sky, yellow of the corn.
a skeletal paragon. And I do have Paragon here for you. There he is. He's skeletal under his barding.
Cool.
He's horrific. But yet, you know it's him.
I approach and I touch his neck.
How
Paragon, is that
does
you?
he typically treat you, by the way? Would he like lower his head, or how would
He would
he?
Lower his head and nuzzle against me.
He does the same thing that you've known him to do. The love that you sense from him is there.
Paragon, I see you've changed in appearance, which makes sense for this horrible place, but you're as true and noble on the inside as you've ever been.
He'll make a neighing sound, although he doesn't have any lips to like go up against or vocal cords to produce the sound, but it does make an unnatural sounding neigh. And then it lowers its head and lets you, or maybe even lowers itself to allow you to hop on.
I masterfully jump on. I pull and ignite the Gwain blade, and I say, "Companions, observe the glory of Paragon, who I have spoken to you at length about many times. Now, rider and horse reunited with my glorious companions, we will now proceed with success after success until we defeat the evil Strahd. Hooray! Huzzah!"
And Paragon leaps up on his hind legs,
Right.
arms out front, neighing that hideous sound that he created. And Davian Mardukov like palms his face and goes, "Ugh, remember what I said? Keep a low profile."
We do not need to keep a low profile. We have fate and glory on our side.
I
say
thought
to
he was the
Dione,
smart one.
I say to Dione, no sixes, go fish.
Well, everybody does get 11 temporary hit points
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
Ooh.
huge. From the steed?
No, from the
from my
inspiring.
speech.
I was gonna say, what kind of horse?
Sweet.
Actually, during this time, I think Canas, not hiding anything, would take the staff out and continue working on that glossy finish.
That sounds about right. And Dione, what are you doing during this whole raising of the horse or summoning of the horse, I should say?
Oh yeah. I mean, listening to Rufus talk about this horse and how beautiful it was, Dione starts like salivating and it gets very excited for the horse to be summoned. But upon seeing that it is skeletal, Dione kind of goes like, meh. But then reconsiders and starts like sniffing around at the horse's feet. It's like just a big pile of bones, basically. And we know how pups feel about bones. So Dione's like sniffing around at the feet, but he recognizes this is Rufus's pet. So
Yeah.
she's kind of like, nods to herself and backs up respectfully, but still looks at the horse with like a slight hungry glint in her eye.
Can't resist a bone, can you?
Maybe some marrow inside those bones.
Oh, don't tempt me. I mean, Dione.
Hey, what do you think?
I think he's splendid.
I agree.
And if I have to be like this, then it makes sense that he has to be like that.
That was exactly what I was thinking, Yune. If you said that horse was hideous, boy, did I have a comeback for you.
Yeah, Yune knows. Yune knows what's up.
At this point, Rufus is impressing Irene with all the tricks he can do. Make it walk backwards, forwards, run and jump over a hedge. Huzzah!
Does
I love
Rufus ride
this.
English or Western?
Oh, he
Is
drives English, yeah.
Of course.
What's the
Should've-
difference? I don't know this.
Two hands on the rein, like
Oh.
sit up and down.
What's the other one?
Just
Western.
one-handed rein like that. Western
Oh,
cavalry,
like
yeah.
a cowboy. Yeah, okay, that
Yeah,
makes
right.
sense. Yeah, I see. Interesting. I love it. All right. So now we head fast forward. We continue on towards the winery. And Camilla is nowhere to be found, by the way. I think at this point, though, you feel like she was with the werewolves. She'll probably find her way to you at some point. And if any worse came to worse, you can always go back to the werewolf den after your time at the winery is done. So you head back to the winery and you are acquainted with some of the family members of Davian. You've actually met them or some of them before. They were hiding while you came to the Wizard of the Wines the first time. I'm just going to bring up my notes on them all just to give you a quick brief reminder. There's no need to like necessarily talk to all of them, but if you'd like to ask questions or see what they've been up to, you can. Let me just get their notes here. So obviously Davian is the elder. He's the patriarch of the family. He is the father of 3 sons, Adrian, Elvire, and Erwin, who you know from back at the Blue Water Inn. Davian's eldest son is Adrian. He's got a wife named Stefania, and she lives there with their children. Stefania has 3 children. Claudiu. It's with a U, like Claudia, but with a U at the end. Claudiu. Vigo, and Yolanda. And there's also the other son, Elvire, who he's unmarried and has no children. So there's the children that live there and the uncle and the 2 parents, and then Davian. So a total of, 6? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that live there. So
Erwin and Davian also have like a kind of shaky relationship, is my remembrance.
Erwin and Davian, yes, exactly. Erwin left and has.
He's
the
not
Blue
there,
Water.
right? Because he's doing his pub.
Right. Yeah. So, do you have any questions for the Mardikovs? And I'll just describe again what you see here. When you get to the winery, obviously the first thing you notice are walking through all of the vineyards. Their grapes are very poor condition. Most of them would be unusable at this point, even if you were to try to revive them. Many of them are just dried up and would need to be replanted. You've got also dead vines and twigs all around you. These are the shapes, not shapes. These are the body parts of the blights that you destroyed, and many of them that are the remains are still here. They haven't been removed. And then finally, you get to the actual house. There's a loading dock. They've got sort of like there's a well area, an outhouse, some storage facility. You've been inside this place. You recognize it. The first area you'd go into would be the fermentation vats, and there's plenty of living quarters and etc. What do you want to do when you get here? And this is where you'll take a long rest. You can rest 8 hours and then have your hit points and everything restored like normal. So take your long rest and roll your hit dice if you need to. I don't know that anybody actually needs to. But
I need to replenish my hit dice.
yeah, that would happen too.
Kind of going through the vineyard and everything else. Is there any way that we can? We got the impression before the blights were related to the druids in some way, right? Like they didn't come directly from the druids, but they had connection.
Seemed like they were in control or summoned by them. Yeah.
So when we're going through the vineyard to like, is there? Can I just like I don't know if investigate. I don't want to spend like that much time on it, but it's like try and assess. I'd like perceive any connection between, or like any hints, clues, ideas about like how the druids operate.
Give me a perception check. See if you can notice anything.
He did have the magic staff. Remember the guy with the magic staff.
Oh yeah,
It like broke it or something, and everything dissipated.
Yep, the Gulthias staff.
How would you say
yeah.
perception?
Yep, perception. The
Okay.
Gulthias staff, yeah. And Canas, if that is brought up, I don't know if that was Rufus speaking or Andrew, but when you do get there and maybe the talk of the staff or the twig
Rufus
blights
brings
that
it
were
up, yeah.
controlled comes up, Canas, you get the sense that Gulthias is a type of tree, has magical properties to it. Could certainly be something that you could use in your creation.
Oh,
I rolled just a 6 in that perception, so not super perceptive by any way.
Okay. I've also
I'm
heard it
distracted by
pronounced.
the loss of good wine.
Yeah, 6 is not going to help you that much, but you're looking around and you can maybe even locate I think it was in the fermentation vats or the basement where you encountered the druids and the staff was broken there. Maybe you find some fragments of it and you bring it to everybody. And even though, again, you don't notice anything about it or how it controlled people, Canas might take an interest in this. And I've heard it pronounced like all over the place, like different ways. Gulthias. I always I split the vowels, Gulthias, but I don't know. Maybe it's... I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to go, Gulthias.
that's what the staff is made from?
That's what the druid staff that broke was a
Yes.
Gulthias staff. Yeah. There's
Got it.
only fragments of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and Laurent picked it up?
Yeah, I was
some
poking around the
fragments.
vineyards looking for blights,
Yeah, got it.
and I find all these like fragments, like splinters, not a splinter size, but like like small stick size, kindling size. And I will bring it to you.
Thank you, Laurent. I am in the process of trying to create something that will help us against our enemies.
Yeah, I
think
remember in a former life you said you were a carpenter, and I figured that this wood might have hopefully some use to you. I was hoping you could wooden me a sailboat or a toy horse to go with my doll.
Well, maybe I could also make a toy horse for you. A toy
I would appreciate
paragon, perhaps.
A toy paragon. Yes.
Dione,
So I will.
while
I'll take
everybody
those
else
fragments.
is looking for fragments and maybe even signs of the druids, Rufus maybe is bringing his horse into the docking area.
Yeah, and
I want you
gonna
to
talk
give me...
Davian later.
Yeah, you can have a discussion. Sure. I want you to give me a perception check with advantage for hearing.
Sweet. Okay. Is it showing up on Roll20?
Yes, it is.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it looks like we have a 20.
Nice.
Not a nat 20.
No, non-natural 20. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You look out and you're maybe sitting there on like the front porch looking out at the rolling vineyard. You see it seems very normal. There's no, you don't see anybody, but you heard like rustling, like movement. But everything seems normal. You just see the vineyard, you see some scarecrows, you see some dried up piles of twig blights that have been created, maybe like people trying to rake them together. Give me an insight check.
Insight. Okay, a 13.
Seems odd that people who love ravens would have scarecrows here.
Hmm.
There are maybe
Okay.
6 of them throughout the fields.
Okay. So, and have the others picked up on these scarecrow things yet? Like
No.
everyone else seems oblivious?
Yep.
Okay.
And Laurent was looking.
Right. All right. So I will look in the direction of the scarecrow things, and I'll like perk up a little, and then I will raise one hand, like you know how dogs will like point
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. So Dione like looks very, very like attentively in the direction of the scarecrows, and then like raises one hand a little bit, and then she like looks at it and she shakes her hand, puts her hand back down. She says, "I hear something." But she like whispers it to the others, hoping that the scarecrows don't notice.
Yeah.
I hear
Canas,
something.
yeah, Canas and Rufus were maybe like just off to the side, maybe at the edge of a vineyard, or collecting some of the splinters and from the Gulthia staff. Maybe
So
they're
they're, like,
even
too
looking
far?
for. No, they could barely hear you. I
Okay.
mean, not too far, but they're they're like focused on that. They might hear you and say like, what's going on? But Rufus, you're talking with Davian and his family inside, just in like the dock where you can put your horse.
Okay.
I'll let you have a conversation with them quickly before we jump back to outside.
So, Davian, if we're to go to Yestervale, confront these druids, what information can you give us that may be useful? How can we find the crystals?
I'm not quite sure where they would be hiding them, though certainly these crystals, I mean, I assume that they would do the same that they did here. And he's talking, and his sons and his daughter-in-law, they'll chime in and talk about how they helped with the growth of the vineyard. They made it have magical properties so that it was able to produce despite the fact there was no rain. They'll go into the whole thing, the whole science of it all, right? But he says then to finish this, I would assume that they want it to grow something of their own. Not quite sure what it would be. The only property I know these gems to have.
It may be dangerous that they have found them. They may be doing some kind of evil,
Certainly.
a summoning.
The legend has it that these druids once were not worshippers of Strahd, that they were very in tune with nature here in Barovia. There was maybe a split. Some of the people in the mountain folk went away, and the ones that were more into the dark nature of the magic here, once Strahd took over, worshipped him like a god.
You say went away. Do you mean killed off? Left like the Vistani are able to, or
No,
what?
they live in the mountains. And actually, this makes sense. You've actually encountered a few mountain folk before. Some on the roads, one in the,
Yep.
or a pack of them at the Amber Temple.
So the mountain folk are still pure.
No, I didn't say that. But they certainly aren't as committed as the druids are.
No friends of Strahd.
Perhaps. Though the druids, they worship him.
But he is not a... Faith is a hollow mockery to him. Makes no sense.
I don't know about that. I'm sure he loves the fact that they work for him. Same with those werewolves. Speaking of werewolves, Rufus, that one with you, the small
Yes.
one,
Yes.
you have to be careful. Werewolves cannot be trusted.
I am aware, but I have come to regard her as a fated companion on our path to glory. I think that she is on a journey of redemption. She has learned so much. She can control the urge.
I don't buy it. Look at all those werewolves in the den, the ones that work for Strahd in his castle. Look at them. Pure evil. This, and he pulls out his stone around his neck. This is the good magic that can save us from within.
Well, I don't want to disagree with you, but I have to believe. I believe in the fated nature of our companionship. And besides, I am studying a way to remove the curse from her.
Is that so?
I've been in communion with my God, and I believe that soon I will be able to remove this horrible curse from her.
I've heard tales of priests and healers
Yes.
that have been able to do that, but none
Yes.
here in Barovia.
I used to read stories in the old books back in the Gwaindire.
Just so you know. And he says this kind of as an aside. He pulls you away from his family. This would not be something the Keepers of the Feather are interested in. We've controlled the curse. We
But-
would have no use for it.
You turn into the most noble birds. Truly blessing, but not the hideous dog wolf of foulness from hell.
Oh, good. You're coming to your senses.
Yes.
Yeah, what are those damn dogs good for anyway? And Dione,
Nothing.
you notice that the scarecrow, the one you were searching at, moved. Let's roll initiative, everybody.
Nope.
Yeah, what are those werewolves good for anyway?
Whatever.
I want to know.
Haters gonna hate.
Okay. Rufus, I can bring in your steed. I'm actually going to make your steed so that you can control it.
Okay, great. And I guess I jump on it.
Yeah, that'll be the first thing you do, I'm sure. Let me just edit it and give you... Here it is. Okay, you should be able to move it now. Can you test it?
I am. Just having a little bit of difficulty finding out.
So these are the
no.
tokens of the Martikovs that they give you. I'm just going to delete them because I don't want them to really be part of this
Oh.
right now.
all these
Um,
people that I thought were enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, these are the children. I may have brought in. They're just unfortunately like commoner tokens or like a standard token. So like all the men look the same, all the children kind of look the same. It's kind of annoying, but
They look creepy.
yeah, the children look creepy. I agree with you. But those are his children and their children, so his grandchildren. And we'll just say the loading dock is right here. Let's put you all in a position that you could see a little better here. Let's go.
I
So you'd be
can't
on the
Move
front
the
of the
steed,
winery.
FYI.
Yeah, I'm going to move you in the front. You can't move a steed?
No.
Really?
No.
All right, try it now.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay. So I'm going to put you on the front here. And Dione, you see that there are creatures approaching. I'm going to put them on the token, but they're on the map, but they're just actually surrounding the area. So I'm going to put them at various intervals on the map, different places. There's one close one that you were looking at. We'll put him right there. And the others are around the vicinity. So let me move things here. Okay. So I've got them at different intervals, one to the right, one to the left. There's a couple down this way. You can see they've been encroaching on the winery. Let's roll initiative. What do we get for our totals here?
I got a
16.
21.
21 from Dione, 16 from Rufus,
18 for the run.
18 for Laurent,
And a 13 for Canas.
13 Canas, and I've got Irina and the enemies and everybody else that's on here set. So we'll do them in a second. All right. Next, we go to Dione. You are the reason why there's no surprise around here. and you also go first. What do you do?
Okay. I am going to, I guess, is this the first time where I can voluntarily transform into my werewolf form?
It is.
Just be aware, if you start, anybody who starts their turn within 5 feet of me gets +10 to their, +10 feet to their movement.
That's everybody.
Oh, sweet.
And let's just
Okay.
put your horse here as well. I'll put you in the center, Rufus. Although Rufus actually would have been talking, he wouldn't have been as close as the rest of you are. So I don't know that you'll get that in this turn. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so let's put Rufus actually maybe back here. This will be like this. You were just out of the stable with Irina and Davian, and the two of you would have been out there with Dione. You would have been closer to the creature. So let's set it up like this. This makes more sense. And his family ran in. I'll let you place yourselves where you think you would be, and Yune, you can move Yune as well. But I think Laurent and Canas would have been somewhere along the edge of the vineyard.
Okay. I'll just.
Does that seem right?
I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. And Dione, do you think you'd be somewhere along the house? Right. This is the steps here.
I guess.
Okay. Place yourself where
Yeah.
you think you would be. I'm not going to penalize anybody for this.
I guess we stepped out of the house. I didn't go very far. I was just listening to the noises while they walked off to the side.
Perfect.
If
That
makes
seems right.
sense.
So Dione, your
Yeah.
turn. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to voluntarily shapeshift into my wolf form for the
Oh.
first time of my own volition.
Excellent.
Yes. Would that transformation take my entire turn? I mean, like, I know it's only 6 seconds a turn.
So I have to look, and did we say anything about your transformation? I forget. Oh yeah, it is an
I
action.
don't recall.
It's an action.
It is.
Yeah,
All right.
it is an action. I have the
Well.
notes right here.
Nice. Okay. I guess then, I will throw. Who was it? Who was talking smack about not trusting me? Does he see me?
Davian. Yeah.
Davian. Is Davian in eyesight? Do I have a clear line of sight to him?
Yeah, he looks over at you. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I look over at him very meaningfully, and and then I give him a wink, and then I transform. I like throw myself down on all fours, and just like I throw my head back, and I kind of like I feel very glorious and majestic in this moment. So I let my dwarven 5 o'clock shadow, which is like, a beard down to my collarbones at this point. It ripples in the breeze majestically. My hair is like a mane, like a shampoo commercial blowing in the wind as my joints crack, my spine lengthens, my body becomes oddly sausage shaped, my legs shorten even further, and my muscles ripple and twitch under my thick layer of blubber, which just ends up looking like blubber either way. But you can tell the musculature is different underneath that, as fur just like cascades down my form. And then after the transformation is over, I throw my head back and I howl at the sky because it's not night. I can transform whenever I want.
Yes.
I howl. And then I look over my shoulder again now with the corgi flop at Davian. And then I give him a doggy wink this time. And then I turn back and I look at the scarecrow closest to me and I growl and I lower myself to the ground.
Nice.
Or I mean, not like laying down, but like when dogs are like about to jump.
Yeah, you're like ready to pounce.
Yeah.
Do you want to move
Exactly.
towards him? Do you want to engage him, or do you want to stay where you're at?
Oh yeah, right. That was just an action, so I could still move. Okay, yeah, I will place myself between the scarecrow and my allies, like this. And I'll put my back to my allies and then face the scarecrow and kind of like, yeah, lower my hunt, like I'm pouncing. I'm gonna growl and maintain strong eye contact. I guess that's about it. Can't do much else.
All right, excellent. So you move and interpose yourselves, and then we go to it would be 18 is
Laurent.
yeah, Laurent.
Yeah, I'm gonna move down to like a diagonal, so I'm here kind of against the wall, keeping my back against the wall. And then I want to cast Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna shuffle my card deck, and Gambit from X-Men style, 2 cards fly out in an arcing blast of energy towards that scarecrow.
Go for it.
Does a 22 hit?
22 hits. Definitely.
All right. And that's the first one because at level 5 it's 2 blasts. I'm gonna roll it one more time here. And for the second one, does a 13 hit?
13, you said, huh?
Yeah.
13 does hit, actually.
All right, so it's gonna between the two of those, it'll take 6 force damage.
6 force damage, and that's the second. Oh no, both together. You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then for my bonus action, I'm just going to use my Tales from Beyond to pull a third card out and stow it with me for now.
Cool.
So I'm going to roll a d12, and then I will use that later. There's the d12.
A 2.
And for what it's worth, I have pulled out the Broken One Taroka card. So we'll
give you?
that. When I use it, it will give me a. Hold on one second. I just had it up. When I use it, it will. If I melee somebody, it does extra damage when I go use it.
All right, great, excellent. So you store that away, and we go to Irina. Irina is going to go next, and she is going to draw out her short sword, and she's going to charge at the scarecrow here. And she's going to attack it. And she connects for... only 3 damage. And then it gets halved to 1 damage. And she looks at everyone and calls it out. It seems like these mundane weapons are less effective. She kind of steps back from the creature. She's a little horrified by it, remembering back to the time where she had to... I think it was her and Rufus had to like fight one to the death. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So she remembers that, recalls that, and starts to like tread backwards as the creature stares her down. We go to Rufus. Your turn.
The Gwain blade will make short work of these horrors, says Rufus as he bolts onto his steed. He still has 35 feet of movement because it's 60 plus 10, even though he's mounted. And he charges towards the scarecrow thing.
Sure.
And then first of all, his horse is going to use its hooves to try and attack. Let's see if this works. It gets a 24.
This does behoove you.
2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Wow,
So 12 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Anything else?
The horse. He has to take a DC 14 strength save and throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Just I don't want to slow things down or anything, but Rufus, I will send you between now and next time. I played a mounted character in Spelljammer when CJ ran that, and there are some very specific rules with what you can do with your mount when you're mounted on it, when you're actually riding it, and when it's not on you. I don't know that your mount can actually attack when you are riding on it. But for right now, that's fine. Let's just do this because I don't think it's going to necessarily make that big of a difference. But
Stomach-Seed is supposed to be intelligent and it can act independently, so maybe that means it can. I don't know.
Maybe, and I'm cool with going with whatever seems right. But at this time, I want the horse to have its moment. So go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So it'll attack again. 24 again. Well.
Yeah.
Another 8.
8, so 20 damage.
Right.
Now, not all of this goes through. It does half the damage, so 10
Right.
essentially goes through to it. But I'm going to just mark that and the
But-
one that Irina did.
Right. But now I can attack, and
Yes, go for it.
I get advantage, right? Because it's not prone.
Well, the horse had to move 20 feet, I think. Isn't it
To
like a
trample
trample
it?
thing?
Is that-
Oh, well, it could take the long way around, like circle round and then slam in.
You might be able to. It goes 50 feet, right?
It can go up to 35 with the half in for me getting on it.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it could probably go like to here and eventually get to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
do that.
Does it automatically, or does it take a strength save to knock it
It
prone?
takes a strength, DC 14 strength save.
Okay, let me take the save. It gets a 17. It stays upright.
Oh. Well, that's fine. In that case, the Gwain blade flashes out,
Mm.
and I will attack. I just roll twice. I'll attack twice. A 16 and a critical miss.
Nat 1, yeah, so it's fine. But the 16 hits. Roll your damage.
So it does 11 radiant damage.
Yes, 11 radiant damage, and that cuts through it. In fact, it's made mostly of... well, actually, this scarecrow is a little different. Maybe not so different than the previous one, but it's not like... It's different than the picture. The picture looks like it's made of, like, just straw, and it looks very dry, right?
Yeah.
You might assume that could catch on fire. It's like that. These ones look like they are grimy and maybe even, like, swampy looking. Like they've been through the ringer, like dragged through mud, etc. They're dirty. And so this one takes the damage. It is nearly dead. Unfortunately, I think that's the last attack you have, right?
I could smite, but I kind of didn't say I was going to smite, so...
You can still choose to do that. You do it after you roll the damage. Oh, no. After you hit. You're right. Never mind. You are right. All right, Rufus.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Next up would be Canas.
Okay. Oh, I just saw the other two in the distance, but that's okay. I'm just going to attack the one that seems to be the immediate threat. The one in front of me and Dione. I will try to hit it with an Eldritch Blast. Or 2.
Go for it.
First one is a 13.
13 hits?
Great. I think the damage is wrong. Yeah, so I actually add 5 to that, so it's going to do 13 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the same thing a second time. Wow. What's up with the critical misses?
Yeah, ones come as much as 20s.
I suppose so. And Yune is going to use her action to go invisible.
Cool.
And move closer, but high up in the sky.
All right, perfect. Anything else from you?
Bonus action? Do I have? No, that's it. Everyone's at full hit points.
Sweet. Excellent. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go to Davian. Davian's going to draw his short sword and come and help over here. In fact, he knows that these scarecrows are not that useful. His sword is not useful against these scarecrows. So he is going to use the help action and give aid to the next person that attacks it. But he says to you, Rufus, and this will be maybe in response to you slamming into the scarecrow with the blade. He's like, "You fool, put that away." And he runs over and distracts it. And he says, "You don't know what you're doing. These scarecrows aren't here to kill us. They're here to spy." And then he like swings to like distract it. And then we'll go to the scarecrows. They go. This one's going to attack Davian as he's trying to distract it. We'll go with the claw first. Get out of here. I don't know what just happened there. Davian gets hit for 7 slashing damage, and then he needs to take a wisdom saving throw, so I'll roll Davian's wisdom saving throw as this is affecting his mind. The fear taking over. He succeeds, though. He stays the fear and will remain next to Irina. And the next attack comes in. Another hit on Davian for a total of 12 damage. Okay. Excellent. Davian is hurt. He's actually bloodied.
Yikes.
And now we go to the one up here. That'll charge towards Dione. Does not see Yune, so it's not going to go after Yune, but it will jump right into the fray with Dione. What's your armor class, Dione?
16.
You get hit once for 6 slashing damage. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Oh, not great. An 8.
8. Got it. Okay. The other scarecrow will start heading towards Laurent, but you notice the other scarecrows that were out there start to run back into the vineyard, running away from the Wizard of Wine's winery. Okay. Dione and 8, you are frightened of the scarecrow. That scarecrow is your source of fear, the one that's engaged with you. You cannot move closer to it, although you are adjacent to it, so that doesn't really matter. But you cannot move closer to it willingly, and you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls. We go to you.
So only that one.
That is your source of fear, correct? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it.
The disadvantage, though, happens regardless.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess 1 second I was like lowered down, ready to pounce, growling, and then the next second I suddenly like whimper. I'm like, and then I tuck my tail between my legs as I look at that one scarecrow in particular, and I kind of like shy away from it. But then as I'm turning away, I catch sight of this other scarecrow over here, and I feel menacing again. So then I will leap towards that scarecrow, kind of werewolf claws outstretched. Oh, and then I guess I would have to take an opportunity attack as well.
If you'd like, you could just go here, and you don't have to leave technically. But
oh, okay, fair enough.
if you don't want to like get in between him, yeah. But if you do want to get between him, you would have to leave, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I do think Dione's gonna like try to leap and then place herself between the scarecrow and Canas.
Okay, so 1 attack of opportunity, not a big deal.
Sure.
12, does that hit?
12 does not hit.
There you go.
Okay, sweet. So then I'm going to reach out and try to swipe and attack with my claws.
Okay, go claw first and then bite.
Okay.
Oh!
This way.
But you need
a 22 to
disadvantage.
hit.
You just need disadvantage, though.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, while you're in the source of your fear. Yeah. Oh!
Oh, yes, I see. Oh, a 7.
The claw unfortunately misses, but your bite, you have a second attack.
Okay, sweet. Also disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. 20 and 19. Okay, now we're talking.
Okay, 19 hits. Right?
Yep.
I see.
Roll your damage.
All right. So 5. I get a big mouthful of swampy straw.
That's
And
right.
I bite. I'm like, ugh, puh, puh, puh. Ugh. Like shake my head.
I'm assuming the Constitution save doesn't matter for lycanthropy for these creatures.
It does not.
Oh yeah.
Darn it, we
Werewolf
could have had a
scarecrow?
werewolf scarecrow.
Could you imagine?
I mean, technically, it's humanoid, right?
No.
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 Oh, okay.
No, these are constructs. They're constructs.
I see. I see.
But,
okay.
You know, we can dream. It's D&D.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let's see. So Dione jumps in front of Laurent, slashes, claws, bites, and then we go to Laurent himself.
Pulling the old switcheroo here with Dione, I'm going to target the scarecrow in the back now.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use
Thank
that the broken one Taroka card, and
Sure.
I'm going to send it hurtling towards it. So it'll just be a to cast it. It's a spell melee attack to hit. So does a 27 hit.
You know it does.
All right, and it will be 2d8 plus 5 damage
Wow.
because it's 2d8s plus 2 bardic inspiration dice plus charisma modifier. So it'll be
Holy
18
moly.
force damage to that top scarecrow.
The name's Gambit, mon ami.
Exactly. Wait till I pull
You-
up my voodoo doll next session. We're gonna switch it up. Keep
You
everyone on their
crush it.
toes.
You destroy it. The scarecrow explodes into bits of straw and swampy grass and the burlap sack that it was in. It's just bits and pieces on the floor as the card explodes.
And with that, I want to. There's none behind it, right? No, that's the last one. Okay, I want to get just kind of flank this one with Dione.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll go to Irina. Irina will not, she knows enough to not take away the advantage on the attack. She wants to give it to Rufus. So she's going to disengage and go towards Canas. She's going to go this way and pull a dagger out so she could potentially throw it if she has the ability to next turn. All right, next up will be Rufus
He slashes with the sunblade.
with advantage.
Wade Blade?
The
Gwain
Gwain blade,
blade.
sorry. The Gwain blade, yes. And 29, which I imagine hits. It does 15 radiant damage.
15. Very nice. That'll kill this one. As the Sun Sword, the Gwain Blade, aptly named Sun Sword, will cut through like a hot knife through butter,
And now,
eviscerating what's left of the scarecrow.
Paragon! Onwards to glory! And Paragon's gonna dash.
Go for it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I have to move myself as well so I can see.
Canas,
55,
your turn.
40, 45, 50.
Oh, is he done?
No, I'm still
Yeah,
moving.
he's
55.
He's dashing.
60, I can do my second attack. 65.
Oh, right, because that was one attack. Yeah, true.
Right. And I get to here. And I can attack again.
Yep.
Advantage, because it's surrounded.
Oh. He doesn't have
Oh.
advantage on it, though, but
Oh, don't I?
no, because there's nothing that gives you advantage. Flanking doesn't
Oh.
do that.
Well, I get a 1 again in this, rather
Ah.
unimpressively. I'm still getting the hang of. You
Terrible.
can see he's not quite. He's out
Mhm.
of practice with the steed. He goes to cut it down, and the back of the horse goes up, and it makes him swipe just a hair above the head of the scarecrow.
Yeah, I can imagine that there's some rust you got to shake off here. But
Right.
I'm sure Canas will do his part. Canas, what do you got?
All right. Yune is gonna swoop in and super surround this thing. And Yune will attack with advantage.
Take this.
So I'm just gonna roll it twice, and we'll just take the damage from the higher number.
Go for it.
So the higher number was it rolled 1,000,000 times.
Rolled twice.
Oh no, it rolled twice. So the higher number was a 21,
Mhm.
Which is going to do 5 magical piercing damage.
And
Poison. Does this thing take damage from poison?
I don't think so.
I
No.
didn't think so either.
Does not.
No. Okay. So just 5. That is my. So Yune can use my bonus action to attack.
Gotcha.
Yune
That's
will
your special
use-
ability. Yeah.
Her action to disengage and fly up away. So that
Sweet.
no opportunity attack.
She gets away.
And then Canas will come in and attack with 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
Go for it.
First one is a 20
That hits.
for whatever this is plus 5. 8 force damage.
Sweet.
Second one is a 13
That hits.
for 13 force damage.
Wow,
Nice.
nice.
Very
Doesn't
nice.
do it.
Does not kill it. Davian Mardukov will come over here, in front of Irina, and take out a dagger and throw it. Okay, I don't know why I rolled a d6.
Well,
He
the
misses.
D6, the D6 was better.
D6 was better than the d20. He misses. Let's go to the scarecrow itself. You know what?
Lame.
Let's pick on Dione.
Sure, why not?
A nat 1 and a 17.
Oh, all right. That 17 will make contact.
5 piercing and slashing, and give me a wisdom saving throw. Nat 1. A lot of nat 1s today. I got to title this episode Nat 1.
That one.
All right.
You are still frightened of the scarecrow. It's your turn.
So, I'm frightened of the same one that I was frightened of before, or I am
No,
now
actually, it's
freshly-
this one. Yeah, it's this one now, not the
this-
other one.
the
But
one that I was
regardless,
attacking.
yeah, you're going to have disadvantage either way.
So I can't attack it if I'm
You can.
frightened of it. I
So you can
can't?
attack it. You just can't move
Oh.
closer to it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Well, then I guess I have like the energy that dogs have when they're like terrified and they're like
Yes.
backed into a corner and they're fighting for their life.
Mhm.
Okay. So then Dione's like scream crying and barking and there's like a lot going on. Maybe she like pees herself a little bit, but then she's still like you know, the way dogs do. And yes.
Davian just shakes his head. Wouldn't have happened if you had one of these.
And then Dione just kind of like closes her eyes and goes like this with her claws. All right, so with disadvantage, let's see. 13.
Yay.
You
It
hit.
hits.
With disadvantage, you
Sweet.
hit.
Sweet. Claws of Fury. Why did it roll 2?
Maybe
Because it's 2
dice.
dice.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
Right. I definitely know my own moveset.
Dione, that's enough to kill it.
Wow.
Tear it apart.
All
Tear it
right.
apart.
Yeah. So then Dione's just like, oh, like scream crying, barking, and all of this, and like flailing her claws around. But then she notices that it just kind of like crumbles under her hands, and she just like goes wide eyed, and then breathes a huge sigh of relief.
Davian breathes a sigh of something else, a little angry. And he goes, "They're sending spies. I know they're ready to attack. We need to go, quickly. Those other ones are probably halfway there by now."
Do you think they're coming to attack the vineyard here?
What I worry about. Finish the job, you know what I mean? And then we've got Mr. Knight in shining armor sharing all the secrets that you've got that sword. You know who had that sword originally? Anyway,
Aurel?
let's go.
Yes, our companion.
Come on. We got no time to waste. We can
All
get
right.
there by dark if we hurry.
Why
I'm
don't
ready
you-
for action.
Tell us what you know about the sword after we dispatch these druids.
Fine, he says. Better you don't know anyway. Meanwhile,
Mr. Markov.
Irina's like, I would like to know.
Mr. Markov, sir, I don't mean to sound stupid, but if we think the dwarves are going to attack here, the druids? I'm sorry, not dwarves, druids. The druids are going to attack here. Is there any reason we shouldn't just wait here and do like I don't know if you're familiar. There's this great play called Home Alone. Should we set up like a Home Alone type situation here at the vineyard?
What is this bard's tale you speak of?
Oh man, I was at the Blue Water Inn. I'm sure you're familiar. And this traveling troupe of bards came in, and they put on this performance of Home Alone. Anyway, the point is, this kid, this child, this orphan, rigged his small hut with all sorts of traps. So when the naysayers approached, they were attacked. And my thought is, if we were to rig similar traps across your vineyard, would that be safer than trying to attack the druids where they are?
His family now comes back out, and the wife of his son says something along the lines of, like, that sounds very smart. Why don't we listen to this man? And he says, if they come here and attack with an army, we're done for anyway. And if we don't get those gems, there's nothing here to worth fighting for. Here's what we'll do. You take the kids, and he motions to his children and the grandchildren. Take them to Vallaki. Stay with Erwin. If we don't come back, the winery's gone anyway. We got to get those gems back. He turns his attention to the lot of you. To Yester Hill.
To Yester Hill.
Yester Hill.
To Yester Hill. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read. Oh, go ahead.
They won't. They
Oh,
won't
on the
be
way-
able to. They won't be able to detect me, and then I go invisible.
On the way there, I talked to Irina. And
I don't know if we're. I don't know if we're on the way there yet.
Are we on
We
the
could
way
be
there?
if you want.
Bob may be panning out, and then the camera pans out.
Uh,
No,
I love
no,
your pan out.
no panning. No panning.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Are
do
we
you
on
wanna
the way
say?
there?
Yeah, we could be on the way there. Yeah.
I talked to Irina, and I say, Irina, I want to give you this sword back that I took from your father when he died. That you kindly gave me from your father when he died. Now I have the Gwain blade. I have no need of it. I feel like it's only right that it continues to defend you and your family. In many years, perhaps you will tell the tale that this sword has always been wielded by your family ancestrally, except for the short time. It was wielded by Rufus, Gwaindire, of the Gwaindire.
She accepts it back. She'll hold out her hands and take the hilt into the scabbard and hold it by the hilt. She takes the blade out. She looks at it, remembering it being on the mantle. Her father never really used it, like, in her lifetime.
It's highly
looks at it.
effective.
Yeah, and she'll sheath it again. And she says, "You're right. It was able to cut through those scarecrows the first time we encountered them. I'll hold
Yes,
on to it.
Seems to be enchanted in some way.
I don't feel comfortable with a blade of its size." And she motions to her short sword. And she's like, "I feel like this is the one that I've been practicing most with, but perhaps with some training, this sword might be of use."
It's excellent. I don't think it would be that useful for my companions.
No. you're
Anyway,
right.
and it is your ancestral sword. You should definitely train and become proficient in it. I can help you.
And
I'll
when we
stand behind her and use her arm to move the sword.
she like giggles. It's everybody's watching along. It's sickening. The two
Yeah,
of
it's
them.
like the old pool,
Yeah.
the old pool trick when you're teaching them to
Yeah.
do pool. Yeah.
The old arm at the movie theater,
Right.
Yes, it's sickening. But she'll make one more remark as this scene cuts out. And she goes, "And perhaps when we find Ismark, he can use the blade."
Yes. Totally.
Because he's totally alive.
And we all look away.
Do, do,
Yeah,
do.
totally. Ismark, yeah.
Yeah. Ismark.
Dione kicks at a rock on the ground.
He seemed to have a strong arm.
He was very strong and capable. If only he had a chance to prove himself. And then she thinks, well, actually, no, he did prove himself. His bravery, at least.
Agreed.
So now the camera will pan out of here just a little bit. The night It's coming quick. Darkness approaches as the trail through the thick woods leads to a hill covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. Dark, ominous clouds gather above the sky, and a single bolt of lightning strikes the hilltop in the distance. West of the hill, the land, the woods, and the sky all vanish behind a towering wall of fog. You've arrived at Yester Hill. And we're going to pause it here for tonight. I don't want to go any further. I know it's a little earlier than normal. Apologize for the shortness here, but I want to make sure that we give this the attention it needs, and I don't want to start something and then not be able to finish it. So we're going to pause it right here. Let's get us back into color here. Oh, how does that feel?
Lovely.
Good.
Lovely.
Mm.
A short but sweet episode tonight, but lots of good role play. And what are these damn druids up to? We'll find out more next week when we play again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all the good YouTube stuff. Check the description below for all the links like we discussed. Discord is definitely where you want to be. Okay, so we'll post updates, the schedules and things like that there. And I may have something coming up for the little spring break. So we'll see what we can do here. But until next time, we'll see you on the tabletop. Have a good night, everybody.